Hello everyone, it's Heidi Fang for Vegas Nation here, and right now we're going to update you on the latest news with the Raiders offensive coordinator search. We've heard some high-profile names have been interviewing for this position, such as former Arizona Cardinals coach Kliff Kingsbury. Have you heard any buzz on which candidate of those who've been interviewed may land this position?
Well, Kingsbury is a huge name there, Heidi. Obviously, the former Arizona coach. He spent this year with Lincoln Riley at USC, helping out there. I don't know about Kliff Kingsbury. There's a few things that kind of go against him in my opinion. He's not about rough and tumble football in terms of how he calls plays. Now, Antonio Pierce has said in the past he loves Josh Jacobs. He loves being tough with the football. So I'm not sure Kingsbury fits that mold. Clint Kubiak, as we know, is on to a pretty big game here in Las Vegas. And he's learned under Shanahan. He's been a lot of places throughout his career. So those are two names that come up, when you're talking about who's going to be the next offensive coordinator. But Kingsbury, big name. Like I said, he's been a head coach in the league, and that might be a way they go.
Technically, Antonio Pierce is a rookie coach. Do you think more consideration would be placed on someone who has more experience as an OC or as a play caller than someone who hasn't held that position in the past?
Well, we saw what they did with general manager, right? With Tom Telesco, they went with experience. So there's no reason to believe they won't do that with the offensive coordinator position. Look, Antonio Pierce has to hire an offensive coordinator and let him run with the ball, pass with the ball, whatever you want to say about an offensive coordinator and who he hires. But yeah, I think it might be good to get someone with experience calling plays, one, and experience running an offense that does well in the 2024 NFL for next year. I think, experience matters a lot in this position. I don't think they'll go with someone who hasn't called plays. I don't think they'll go with someone younger who hasn't been doing this job. I think they need an experienced person, just like Mark Davis thought they needed an experienced person with Tom Telesco, general manager. I think that's the route Antonio Pierce goes. I think it's the right one.
What type of coordinator do you think would be a good fit for this team?
Well, like I said before, we know what he thinks about Josh Jacobs, right? Antonio Pierce says he's the heartbeat of the team. He's the heart and soul of the team. Doesn't even mean Josh Jacobs is going to be back, but it does kind of give a look into Antonio Pierce's thinking of kind of the tough, physical toughness of a team. Maybe he's looking at that with an offensive coordinator, but I'll tell you what, we both know that there's wide open offenses in this day and age. You've got to get someone who can throw the ball downfield. You've got to get someone creative and innovative. So maybe he can find, both in one person. I'm not so sure. I'm sure that's what he'll be looking at. You don't want to just go one way or the other. But I think that's what the kind of offense coordinator needs. I think he needs experience, definitely an experienced play caller, and someone who can move the ball on the ground and in the air. It sounds simple, but that's who, look who's in the Super Bowl.
Thank you so much for that. Great insights as always. We'll keep on top of the search right here at vegasnation.com. So make sure to hit subscribe on all of our platforms to stay informed on all things Raiders. Thank you everyone so much for watching.